This is the part that gets me. We agreed that we were going to stick together as a unit.
Right.
We were going to fight this together.
Right. That didn't happen.
Very nice about this.
Well, different people for the different reasons changed their mind. I mean, obviously, that would be Amy Jo and David Yost.
Man, the Black Ranger looks so damn young. He looked virtually the same. Black really don't crack. That's crazy.
After all, we're just gonna grin and bear it. But we wanted to
Red
stand up for
Ranger
ourselves.
definitely
We felt
done
like
gained
we were
some
being bullied,
LBs.
and we felt like we deserved more, and that we had earned the right to be treated like professional actors.
Hey man, welcome to Fanword. I'm Austin. This is my man.
Walter Emmanuel Jones.
We've done a lot of videos. We've done a lot of work together, a lot of episodes. We have spent a lot of time doing some incredible stuff all around the world. He and I got to talking. We realized that while each of us has talked about why we left the show, we had never really done it in depth and not together. Man, why don't you kick it off? Tell them what you remember.
Well, you know, what happened was, I know a lot of our fans were very disappointed when we left the show. I mean, we were disappointed. We didn't want to leave. We wanted to be there. We wanted to do the movie. We had earned this movie. This movie was like...
And it was like 30 days before the movie.
Yeah, it was like the catalyst to what we had built up to. So we went from nothing into like the world's greatest kids show in the world, and 40 countries and
90 languages.
Yeah, which was pretty incredible.
And it was going to be a $40 million film done in Australia.
The show, the TV show itself, was non-union. Okay.
Yep.
So originally we got a contract, and the contract was not that great, but we were told, hey, you could take this contract and show it to your lawyers or to your agent, but first person comes back and wants to change anything, we're gonna fire you.
See, he got a different message that day than I did, because I was underage. So it was a week before my 18th birthday, and I was like, and I wasn't there. I didn't have a parent. I didn't have an agent because I wasn't an actor. So I didn't know anything, and I can remember them looking at me, and I was like, shouldn't I have like my mom or dad here or an agent? And they looked at me and they're like, there are about 300 other people outside that door that will sign that if you don't.
That's
and that was what I got. I was like, okay. And they just told me, could you post date it a week to your 18th birthday?
Well, the thing is, as well, as an actor, that's pursuing the acting career, the pilot was, it was a pilot, and we were told beforehand, if this pilot gets picked up, it's going to be picked up for 40 episodes. Now, 40 episodes is unheard of, because usually a series is 12 episodes.
A single season. Yeah.
A single season, right? And so 40 episodes as somebody that's never had a television show is pretty tremendous. And
years of work.
Yeah. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it was like, well, this is contract's not very good, and it's non-union, but 40 episodes is a lot of experience to have under your belt, and if this does anything, then even if it doesn't do anything, I got 40 episodes of experience on my belt as an actor, as a lead actor on a television show.
Yeah, it's crazy, because for me, again, I learned from all these guys, because I literally knew nothing. I was still in high school. I literally dropped out of high school to take the job. So while he's talking about lead roles, 40 episodes, I knew none of that. All I was thinking was, I'm going to be a superhero on TV. Like, that was, wow.
Who doesn't want to do that, right?
Right,
Everybody wants to be a superhero.
Yeah.
Like, yo. So we did the show. The show became a huge success within the first week.
Yeah.
They told us, congratulations, guys.
Your show is number one in the world.
Number one. And then we're sitting down looking at each other like...
It was so informal.
The world? Did you say the world?
Yeah. Number one on the Nielsen's rating? Was that the same
Nielsen's ratings and the...
It was crazy.
Yeah. So here we are with this number one kids show in the world that took down some pretty heavy...
I remember Power Rangers definitely was the shit. Couldn't wait. We were anticipating for Power Rangers. It might have came out in 96, 97. I was a young fella. But definitely remember the day I was sitting in front of the TV waiting at my grandma's house. Particularly, I was old enough to know that I had seen this on TV before, previews, and I knew to sit down at this time to watch Power Rangers.
Competition in the very beginning. Every day we're getting better. Now we've entered our second season. 40 episodes down in the tanks. We're the number one kids show. We go to the market and our faces on the magazines. You know, when you go to market and you're like, oh, that's me on the magazine right there. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I'll take this juicy fruit, thank you.
That's right. Back in the day, we had this TV guide. You don't know what that is now, but we were on the covers of TV guide. and Teen Beat magazine.
And
We were
Disney
everywhere.
Adventure, all this cool
Yeah.
stuff. The experience was amazing, although it wasn't something that made us. We weren't wealthy. Obviously, we weren't making that much money on the show.
Bro, we were
Contracts
broke.
it was a non-union contract, so we weren't making a lot of money. It's not like we could buy brand new cars. I think we were driving our beaters for a long time.
Yep.
Eventually, in the second season, we were offered a contract to do a commercial, and with this commercial, we would get these free Suzuki Sidekicks, which
Which were recalled later because they would flip over on their sides.
Yeah.
They're like, go ahead, you can have that.
Exactly.
Go
You can have
kill
this
yourself.
car for doing this commercial. Now, as a SAG actor on a commercial, you might make anywhere from $30,000 to $45,000 for a SAG commercial Exhibit A.
That's just payment. That's not the
just
residual.
payment and residuals, and so that would be fair as a SAG actor. But again, we're non-union, not necessarily fair. But the idea for the cars was it was incentive to do this, and we did it, and it was cool. The cars didn't turn out. We didn't get to pick our own cars. They just gave us whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, we got
Yeah.
3 white ones. We got a.
I remember the other
I don't know
colors.
the other colors, but
Yeah.
I think we got a little paycheck. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't big. It wasn't. what it
There's
was
a reason
supposed
we
to be.
don't remember it.
Yeah. So second season, we're doing the show and things are going well, but it's weird because they lowered the budget on the set. So the first season, our
do you
craft
do that?
service was like amazing. We had all this healthy stuff.
Craft service was where they set up all the food on set so you can go and eat and get coffee and drink.
Protein
And the food
bars
truck.
and all this cool stuff that you can eat that was healthy for you. And the second season, craft service was like just
Here's your celery stick and
potato
your
chips
cookies.
and it was like not anything that was necessarily healthy for us. And it was weird because it was like that's weird that the budget dropped.
How do you drop it on
They
the
made
world's-
$1 billion in the first season. $1 billion. You know, $1 billion is 999 million. Add one. That's $1 billion. That's $1 billion. 999 million.
Damn,
If you
I didn't
spent
know
every
that.
day on a street corner handing
That's
out
y'all
$1
fault,
bill,
not for
you could
not
pass out $1
negotiating
billion
a
in
second,
your
a
lifetime.
better
You
contract for the
expect
second
that
season.
After all of the success of the first
Knowing
season,
that.
we would get a big bump in the second season, but we did not. And you know, the show was successful, and we had contracts, and we were continuing to work, and it was getting better. So it was like, yeah, we'll stick it out. So we're
See where it goes.
yeah, see where it goes.
Give 'em the faith.
We're here. We're like we're in it to win it. It looks like everything's going great.
I agree with all that. For me, I had people on the crew from behind the scenes, and they were probably talking to you too, all you guys. I mean, we all talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
But I can
People
remember,
know this, yeah.
I can remember a lot of the crew coming to me off camera, being like, "Man, you guys should go union. This should be.
Exactly.
Look at what they're doing. You guys are getting screwed. Blah 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 blah." Because the crew, they were getting paid even crappier than we were.
Right.
It was really about helping everybody on the set just get what they're worth,
Yeah,
man.
just
Not get
make
rich.
Yeah, exactly. Make it union.
Somebody
make
got
it fair.
rich,
'Cause
that's
when
for
you're in
damn
the union,
sure.
what happens is there's rules that have to be abided by. If you go over a
Man,
certain
this
time
nigga
in
looks so
overtime,
damn
you have to
young
pay a
right
certain
now.
amount. If you got over
He
that,
look
you get
like
Twilight
wow,
Golden
no
time.
gray hair,
You
no
know, so
nothing.
then you don't mind doing the work because, well, you're being
'Cause you're getting paid.
compensated for it. And what you make is according to what Screen Actors Guild was called normal.
But what that does for the producers is it drives their budget up and they get
Right.
angry because now their margin's slim. But that's on a show that's not making a lot of money. On a show that's made $1 billion, you're not really supposed to
Yeah,
worry
homeboys gotta
about
be
just
pushing
giving people a
at
bump
least
and taking
50.
care.
And that's in the
Nah.
first season. So second season, you know it's already doing quite well.
Yeah.
Basically, it was unfair. It was unfair to the actors that we couldn't afford a house. We still couldn't really afford a car.
The crew too.
You know, the crew as well. It was like
It was unfair.
It was
He's being
unfair.
really nice about this. It sucked.
But we're famous, and that's cool.
That is cool.
That's cool because we have the advantage of having these amazing fans and getting loved up by all these kids, and we are satisfying. I mean, it was
That's
weird.
the best part of the show.
We didn't even get the toys. That was
Nah, it definitely tells you this is a prime example of how the younger generation and younger people in this business in Hollywood get taken advantage of. I don't know where y'all parents were and the agents, and I mean, obviously you guys decided to do it because you wanted that notoriety. Sometimes you have to sacrifice one for the other. You know, if you either you want to get paid or you want the notoriety. And still, I'm sure y'all ain't getting really paid off
weird.
of
Why did
no
they give us
residuals
the
or
toys?
nothing.
It was like
Bro, do you remember the jackets on set?
I still have mine.
Yeah, I had mine, but I don't anymore.
We had to pay for them.
Because I had to move. We did. We had to pay for them.
Yeah, it was like
That was
$75 for that Power Ranger jacket.
That was for the cheap one. Like if you wanted the lambskin one, it was like $375 at the time. That was like half my paycheck per episode.
Yeah, it was crazy. All of that being said,
So he said roughly $375 was half his paycheck for an episode. So I'm roughly, ballparking in around $700-800.
having a great time, but we know it's not fair. We know it should be union. We know that the things should be better for us than they are.
Yep.
And then they came to us and said, guys, we have the most exciting news. 20th Century Fox is going to do a movie about Power Rangers. They want to use all of you guys. And we've signed contracts already with all of you guys to be in the movie. It's going to be amazing. There's going to be new costumes. It's going to
be big.
This big budget.
$40 million film.
Yes.
And you get to go to Australia.
Yes, it's going to be amazing. But we got to give you your contract. So we're like, all right, cool.
That sounds great.
Yeah, this is awesome.
We're thinking maybe we'll finally get paid.
Man. And then we get the contract.
It was a joke.
The contract is for 3 movies, not 1 movie.
That's right.
It's for 3 movies, which means after being locked into a contract for 40 episodes, locked in for another contract for 40 episodes, and being treated unfairly for 80 episodes, now we're gonna do movies, and it's not just 1 movie, but it's 3 movies. So that means whatever I sign right now is law because I signed it. I can't renegotiate this because I wasn't able to renegotiate the contracts that I signed already. If I sign this right now, then that's what it is.
To give you a little pre-story, of the original 5, before Tweet Train came on board, there was a wonderful girl. Her name was Audrey Dubois.
Yeah.
And after the pilot got picked up, she knew then we were going to get screwed. And she went to Haim Saban and was like, hey, this is Jack. You need to pay us more. And he fired her.
Yep.
And he liked her. Like, they got along.
Yeah.
And so we knew this. And now we're at a place where we're looking. I mean, I remember the numbers of that contract. I don't remember a lot of the detail, but I remember that.
The numbers were not great at all. They were like, I mean, it was like for what you would make on a major film. I mean,
As a lead?
As a lead. And when you think about a film